Hey my beauties, welcome to my channel. My name is Fifi Rich. I'm a makeup artist and a motivator. If you're new to my channel, kindly subscribe, give the video a thumbs up if it was useful to you, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Today I'm going to be doing a simple neutral cut crease tutorial. So if you want to see how I achieved this whole look, watch the video. Without wasting much time, let's get So today I'm going to be using my Signature Cosmetics Exotic Nude Eyeshadow Palette. I'm going to be using the shades Mocha and Naked. And then first, as usual, I'm just going to go in with my transitioning shade. The transitioning shade of the day was the Mocha. I'm only going to be using two eyeshadows because this is a neutral cut crease. And so with the same shade, I'm going to take a denser blending brush just to sort of deepen the crease area and the outer V area. And then as you can see, I'm blending it out. And we're doing the same thing for the other eye, starting with the fluffy eyeshadow blending brush and then going in to deepen the crease. And you can see how I'm holding the brush. I'm holding it straight into the crease, and for blending I'm holding it at the corner, at the outer far end of the brush, so that I use very little force. And then to cut the crease, I went in with my TV Paint Sticks by Crease in the shade G177. And so as you can see, I said don't do this. First I started by dragging the brush and the product to create a shape, but it's not the ideal situation. What you want to do is to tap it and tap it and tap it as you create the shade. As you create the shape of the cut crease. So it's better like this. Then you can control your shape easily, because if you just drag the brush, you might make a mistake that is going to be very hard to fix. And then I'm gonna just pack light shade, which is Naked, on the eyelid. I'm just packing it with a shader brush. Now we're doing the same, like that. So we're just gonna tap it and shape it out, and then we're gonna cut the crease, of course, and then we're also gonna pack that light shade over there, and then we're gonna blend the outer V area with the transitioning shade and the shade on the eyelid, just so that everything blends smoothly. And so after that, I go ahead with my Nora Cosmetics black eyebrow gel and I create a wing eye. So for my wing eye, you'll see that I start at the corner. I just go out towards the corner and then I bring it in, and then I go to the teardrop, then I shape it and connect it with the second stage or the second step. And there we are. And so I'm gonna use a primer by Avon, the mattifying shine control Avon primer, just to prep my skin before going on with my makeup. It's very important to prime your skin. And then I'm gonna go for a color corrector. That was my color corrector wheel by Crease. And then I just use a slightly brown peachish color corrector just to conceal my dark spots. I tend to break out. I have blackheads quite a lot in my T-zone area, and it's a problem. And I think I've been having maskne, acne by masks. As you can see, I'm just concealing the area around my jaws. So with the same product, with the same color wheel, I now go for a yellow color corrector. Then I blend it under my eyes. This is not a necessary step, It's not a necessary step at all, and this is one common mistake that we make, to try and conceal things that don't exist, or to try and color correct for blemishes that don't even exist. Usually what a yellow color corrector does is it color corrects dullness on the skin, especially under your eyes. And so if you try to brighten your under eye up when there's no need to brighten it, you're just gonna find yourself having to use excess foundation. I dot the foundation all over my face after that. And one thing also, you'll notice that I put more than enough color corrector. So having more color corrector is gonna need us to cover it with more foundation. So this is a big mistake that we tend to make with our foundation application. So this tutorial is not only showing you how to do a neutral cut crease, but also some common foundation mistakes. And as you can see, I have to keep packing the foundation and blending it out, because if you'll notice, just one layer of foundation, you will see some of that color corrector through the foundation. And so we have to layer it again and keep building and building and building until we get a full coverage. And by the time we get the full coverage that we need, we find that we're looking like a ghost. And so this is not necessary at all. Can you see how much foundation I had at the back of my palm? More color corrector means more foundation. So this is a common foundation mistake that we find ourselves making, and I'd just like to let you know that you have to be aware. And so now you probably see that I look like a ghost because the color of my face is different from my neck right now. So it's a bit ashy, I think. But anyway, if you find that you've put on too much foundation, you can actually you can neutralize it with your contour. I'm not gonna contour too much. I'm not a fan of contouring, so whenever I have to contour, I just go in with little product. So as you can see, we're now contouring, and I'm just chiseling my cheeks and my jaws with the contour shade. I'm using a deep brown contour shade, and then with the same brush, I'm just gonna blend it back and forth right under my cheekbone and along the cheekbone going to the inner ear. And then I just sort of tap it. I tap on it with the brush, just tapping so as to blend it. I don't drag it down, but I drag it up slightly, and then I tap it upwards towards my inner ear and the forehead area. So you want to be careful with this one. If you take the product down, it's not gonna look like what you want, because now it's just gonna look muddy and it's gonna look like it's all over the place, or like you were trying to apply a blush. But for contouring, we're just chiseling the cheekbones, we're just chiseling the jaws and creating a shadow effect on the face. I know you're not mine, it's just my turn, but we can still have fun for now. And then for the forehead, I'm just gonna use a bronzing technique. So I needed to go in with a lighter brown shade just to give my forehead some shadow, and then I just sweep it down and sideways. And then for my blush, I used an eyeshadow in my Morphe palette. I just went for my brown. It's the only brown in the palette. And then I realized that I hadn't contoured my nose, so I did that off camera. So I'm gonna be highlighting. This is the Radiant Glow highlighter, and you can see it does a great job. You don't even need too much when it comes to this product. Contouring your nose is very good because by the time you highlight it, it gives it a much better definition, and it completes that slim effect you created with the contour. Then I'm just gonna highlight the high points of my cheeks. And for highlighting, I'm using an angled fluffy brush. And then also my chin, I highlight my chin as well. And then I reach for my brow bones just to highlight them and give them some life. And then the temples on my face before going for my forehead. Yeah, I think I went a bit overboard with the forehead, but I enjoyed it anyway. And when you're moving in another direction, don't worry, I get it. I meant what I said when I said it, lady. I never wanna look at a house in the garden. I never wanna lock you down. War on the glow. So this was the completed look. I want you to see what some of the foundation mistakes we all have been guilty of can do to our makeup application. You can see that the look is good. I think this is a very good look. It's neutral, something that anybody can achieve, but because we went overboard with the foundation, we now look a bit ghosty. I don't look like my normal original skin tone, and this is a bit of a problem for me. These are things that you should look out for as you are applying your foundation and all your face makeup. If you have to color correct, keep it minimal and color correct where necessary. And if you have to conceal, keep it minimal and spot correct. Don't use too much product when it comes to your makeup, because less is more. And as you can see, we can't remove the foundation that we have already packed and built on the face, but you can only build on. So never go on with too much product at once. You might even have a hard time blending it out. So I hope you learned something. Let me know, ladies. Thank you. You told me you don't really do commitment, trust me. Consider your message received. When you said you couldn't take us too seriously, I must admit I was really